Let me level it. Let me level it like that. Level it like that.
You've been coming in fantastic
Right here.
most of your transmission there, except for the end of this second one. And I am trying to look up. We've been having cooler weather here.
Well, my wheel. I need to fix this wheel.
I'm trying to look it up real quick.
I need to fix this wheel, man.
20 degrees Celsius currently, or 67 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're starting to get into our cooler months, which I don't mind at all. I'd rather put on more layers than anything, because, well, let's face it, the hotter it gets, you can only take off so many articles of clothing until you end up in jail. So, but with that, I'll pass it back to you, sir. And again, very nice to make your acquaintance, and I appreciate the report there from Indonesia. So, and yeah, for like I said, most of your transmission there was fabulous, except for the second time you came back there at the end of the transmission. It's almost like you unkeyed and came back there. So, which is no problem. I have the slipsies sometimes. So, or it could be connection. Who knows? It could be on my end as well. So, some people don't realize that even though they may hear somebody that it shows that there's a 4% more loss on them, that may not be something to do with the something at the other station. So anyway, I held it too long there. So go ahead and pick it back up, my friend.
Let me see if I can turn this off. It's still too bright. Now my head is shining.
Your call in front of me while I was staring at the dashboard. Back to you.
Yes, hello, Mr. Norris, Whiskey 4, Echo Scout Charlie. Thank you for
Agustinus.
I hope you. So I wish you good health, stay healthy and happy on the Florida, USA, United States. Thank you for short nice case. So I want to enter our short case to caser.com. Thank you very much. See you next time, or see you later. 7-3. Bye-bye. And see you next time. So God bless you. God bless with your family. Bye.
God bless you and your family as well there, sir. So, and yeah, I will confirm anything you send my way, as long as I get notified about it, because I don't always check QRZ or what's that other one? I think it's a QSL.net or something like that. I can't recall, but regardless, yeah, they do send emails out whenever somebody tries to confirm a QSO with you. So if you do log me, I will confirm. So, but great to meet you. You have yourself a fantastic day, and my best wishes to you and your family. And again, God bless you all as well. 73's WW4 EOC will be clear and monitoring top group 901.
Let's see why. Oh, I'm not even sending out.
Thank you very
FT8. What the hell? He's flying over here. All right, FT8. Anybody? Let me see. Just turn on my radio. That's fine. All right, let me turn off this. Erase this again. Okay, yeah, do it like that. All right. Yeah, let me do that. I'm all over the place today. I'm all over the place today. It's a little chilly in here. I need to take the AC out the window. I keep forgetting, and today's raining, so I can't do it today. Cause finally we're getting some rain today.
Whiskey 4 Echo.
It's been raining all day today.
Calling WW4 EOC.
This is the guy that didn't.
W3GLQ. Do you copy?
This is the guy that he didn't want to talk to me before.
Golf Lima, Quebec. This is Whiskey 4.
Let me see if he mentions that. Let me see if he mentions that he's been a hand for 60 years. I'm gonna let it play.
Call to see how I'm doing with my signal. I've been a ham for about 60 years, but I've only been
I called it, right?
For a couple of months. I'm running the Anytone 878 into
Did I just call it?
Hotspot.
He always opens up with that line. I've been a ham for 60 years.
50 miles to the east of Washington, D.C., in the state of Maryland. We're actually on an island. We live on an island called Kent Island, founded by the British in
He's been a ham for 60 years. He always...
And
every time he comes on, that's the first thing he always says. I've been a ham for 60 years. Mind you, this is the same guy that when I key up, he will not talk to me for nothing, even when I call him out. Okay?
Back to you there. Whiskey 4, Echo Oscar Charlie, W3GOQ by. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Didn't catch the name there. You may have said it, but
no, he didn't say that. He just said he's a ham for 60 years. He did say that too, but he really emphasized on I've been a ham for 60 years. I've been a ham for 60 years. Let alone he only has well, he has this whole preamble. He has this whole preamble on his QRZ. And then what's his logbook? His logbook, he has nobody in his logbook. For a ham for 60 years, you figure your logbook be having thousands of people. He has nobody. He has 75 confirmed. They joined 2013. I'm suspect about that too. Well, I've been a ham for 2 years. How about that? And I probably reached out more people here. I've been a ham for 2 years. I probably reached out more people here than he ever did in his lifetime. So there you go. I'm serious. Yeah. Hello, Jim's radio check. I hope you're doing well. Rainy Thursday here, but we need the rain. So I'm happy that we have much needed rain.
Since I was 13 or 14 years old, I can't recall now, and I'm 35 currently. So, but yeah, we've been doing it for a few years there, and I definitely enjoy it. I love DMR. So, but also fiddle with P25 whenever I can. Next one's going to be NXDN. I've got to get a battery and a radio charger. Got an HT ready to go.
Yeah, we've been having rain today, but that's good. I mean, I'm glad we have rain. We really need the rain. So today's a good day in terms of rain, and I don't mind the rain today because next week is Thanksgiving, so I don't mind the rain today. And it's, like I said, much needed rain. But anyway, we're gonna get 1 to 3 inches total, which is fine. Fine. It's spread out during the day, so it's okay. Plus, the ground is very dry now, so it's okay. It's just when the only issue I have is when it rains a lot every day for weeks at a time, and we have saturation of the ground like we had back in March. But right now it's been fine. Right now it's good. Right now it's nice. It's rain, with much needed rain we need, so it was good.
I lost you if you're still there. Please confirm. WW4EOC, W3GOQ.
Hello, Tasso, and I hope you're doing well. Good evening. Just got back home. I hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. My son is just...
you. I believe I lost you there. You might have missed the hotspot or whatever, but we'll sign 7-3 and hold up talk group 91. 7-3, thank you for the contact. WW4EOC, W3GOQ.
He seems to sound like a nice guy, but he just every time he opens up, every time he talks, he's always opening up about, oh, I've been a ham for 60 years. Like, you're like, why you have to tell the world you've been a ham for 60 years? You can't just talk and mention, I don't know why people have to highlight that they've been a ham for 60 years. Like, is that gonna give you instant? Salami, bologna. Salami, bologna. I don't get that. I don't get that. Like, that for me, that just, bells and whistles go off in my head when I see people BS about their ham radio stuff. Jim's ready to check. We got 3 inches of snow today. Wow. Well, yeah, 3 inches is nothing. What am I saying? Wow, it's only 3 inches. That's nothing. You're Chicago, man. It's like Buffalo. Chicago is like Buffalo, upstate New York. I'm surprised Buffalo hasn't got any snow yet. Yeah. Yes, I'm just doing some FTA. Right, I just got on right now. I was on earlier doing some FTA, and then I just relaxed today. I'm just relaxing today. And yeah, so I'm gonna be on for a little bit. I'm not gonna be on too long. I may be on tomorrow. I don't know yet. And then of course this weekend, I have a couple of things I have to do this weekend. And then we have a short week, school week. I mean, for my son. And then Thanksgiving is on Thursday, and I don't know if I'm gonna be on Thursday. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. JSB 1964. Hey, Danny, what's with the salami bologna? No, it's just I'm just there's this guy that comes on Talk Group 91 on DMR, and I swear I called it. As soon as it came out, he opens up. Every time he talks to somebody, he always mentions that he's been a ham. Oh, I've been a ham for 60 years, and then he starts talking. But he opens up with that. I've been a ham for 60 years. And my thing is, why you have to tell people right off the bat that you've been a ham for 60 years? Like, is that like a badge that you have to tell everybody all the time? And this guy does it every time. And I just had to point that out in the beginning of the, he was on. No, he's gone now. He was on, and what he opens up with, I've been a ham for 60 years. Like, why do I need to know that? Like, just talk to me. Like, oh, well, I've been a ham for 70 years. I don't know. Is it a pissing contest that somebody has to open up with that? I've been a ham for 60 years. Like, can you just say, oh, hello, and how you doing? And without opening up that I've been a ham for 60 years, my thing is, what is the point with that? What's the point? When you open up, every time he communicates with somebody, he opens up with that line, I've been a ham for 60 years. So, that's why I say, oh, I guess he wants people to worship him like the cartoon. Salami, bologna. Salami, bologna. Salami, bologna. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? Like, when I hear when somebody talks to me like that, I'm thinking he's full of shit. The bullshit meter is off. The bullshit alert comes on. Bullshit alert. The bullshit alert. Here we go. I'm gonna give you the bullshit alert right here. The BS alert. That's the bullshit alert right there. But when somebody says that, like, I'm already, this guy, what is he saying? Why? What's the point of it? Are you flexing? What's the point? I'm serious. I don't think I'm wrong here. But when somebody, it's anything in life, when somebody opens up with a thing like that, unless it's really relevant to the conversation, why bring it out? That's my point. And this guy does it 100%. So there's something sociopathic. There's something sociopathic with this guy. And mind you, as soon as he's finished talking, I keyed up. Not today, but because I don't talk to, I don't want to talk to him anymore. But the first couple of times, I keyed up and I try to talk to him. Like, I will say, his call sign, and then you copy. He would not reply to me. Even though he just finished talking to somebody, he doesn't want to talk to me. And I don't know what it is. Maybe my accent. I don't know what it is. That the guy just doesn't. Or maybe because he heard me on the same talk group, called somebody out on some other bullshit that happened a few weeks ago. And I think maybe he's afraid of that. Maybe he's afraid that I'm going to call him out of his bullshit. But I don't like that. I don't like when people come on there, and I really don't like that. Honestly, I don't like people like that in my life. I don't like people that come up to me and tell me, like, I've been a radio engineer for 55 years. I don't give a fuck what you've done. What the fuck that got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck that got to do with me? I just want to talk to you about, my audio's fine, your audio's fine. That's it. I don't want to fucking know about your fucking 55 year shit. I didn't ask for it. Now, if I ask for it, right? When you talk to somebody, and anything, even when you start a new job or whatever, I've been the old guy. I've been the new guy. When I'm the old guy, I don't come and say, I've been here for 55 years. You need to listen up, son. You don't open up like that. You just talk to the fella. You make him feel comfortable. If he asks me, right? If he asks me, hi, Danny, how long you been working in this company? And I can say, I've been here for 3 or 4 years. I've been here for 10 years. Or how long you been? Or they ask me, how long you been a ham? Then I'll answer it. But don't open up every fucking line. Don't open up with every communication that you talk to everybody in that talk group when I've been here for 65 years or 60 years, whatever the fuck number it is. Because you're full of shit. And I'm going to call you out on there. There you go. He's gone now. He's gone. Because I keyed up. He's gone. He saw my call sign. He's gone. The minute he saw my call sign keyed up, he's gone. He's not coming back. I don't care. I could call people out like it is. I don't care. And that's why, salami bologna. I got that from, what it was? Bugs Bunny? I don't know. This cartoon. Remember the cartoon we used to watch as a kid? We used to watch it as a kid, right? Salami bologna. That's this guy. That's good. He comes on here every time. You go to his QRZ. You go to my QRZ. Listen, I only had my lessons for 2 years. For 2 years. I'm in contact with 135 countries. I ain't bragging about it. As a technician, all right? You look at my QRZ, this got me contacts. I got 3,000 plus right now, counting. 3,000 plus. I got achievements. I'm putting up achievements. Not to brag about it, but just to show people. That's just to show people that, you know what? I don't give a fuck if you've been around for 65 years. That should mean nothing to me. I mean nothing to me. Unless you have a profile that I can say, wow, this guy, he does TCW, he does all this stuff, he does all this. He would throw some wisdom at me. That's fine. But don't come in and talk Group 91. Like, get out of here with that shit, man. I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old to deal with that bullshit. Out of here. Seriously. What's up, Curtis? I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. It's raining here in Yonkers, New York. Yeah, I want to talk about a new radio that SH Data just came out with. I'm hoping they contact me about that one, but I don't know right now because the E100 is all over the place. I just saw a video. On I hate to mention channels, but I like I like the antennas that he makes, the DX Commander guy. So he just reviewed the E100. I never thought someone like I'm not saying someone, I shouldn't say that. I never thought a channel like DX Commander would review the E100 because he's an HF guy. I know a lot of people, for example, I know, for example, I shouldn't say I know. You know what? I'm going to scratch that. I know some channels wouldn't review a radio like that because they're not into HT. I get it. But he reviewed it. I was like, really? I had to watch it. Because when I saw SHZ 100 and it was his channel, I was like, this Commander? So SHZ is sending everybody that radio right now. That radio is it is a popular radio right now. You know, I still can't get it to work with Chirp, but you know. So anyway, they're coming out with another radio. It's called the D221. And Tasso. I know he's probably looking at that radio now. I saw the it's on their website, on their YouTube channel. The SH Data D221. I reached out to them, see if they want to, send me one. Because they didn't reach out to me. So I said, oh, maybe. I don't know when it's going to be out for release. Is the D220 with the weather band. Remember I told you? Remember I said it that they should include the weather band on it. They did that. So now the D221 is going to have the weather band. The same colors, yellow, green, and black. From what I saw on the video, SH Data has a video on it. If you go to SH Data YouTube channel, and then I'm not going to go there. Forget it. I don't want to go there because, whatever. Anyway, SH Data YouTube channel, they are coming out with a 221. So I guess they listened to a few people. I know I mentioned it when I did the unboxing. And I don't know if somebody else mentioned it, but I know I mentioned it that it'd be nice if they, yeah. It's already out? The 221? Really? On Amazon is out already? Let me see. Wow, that's used to me. Let me see. The 221, not the 220, the 221. Exchange Data. Because I know they had the video and I just saw it. Let me see. No, the 220 is there. I see the 220. I don't see the 221. The 221. No, I'm looking for it. I don't see it. I do not see the XH Data D221. If not, post a link. I want to see the link for the 221. And the 221, the D221 is the same radio, except it has the weather band. They put the weather band, one more extra band. So you said it's already out. I mean, it should be out anyway because it's not much. You just got to add the weather band. But because I didn't know I didn't know about it until I saw SH Data, because I follow SH Data. I follow SH Data on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. And I saw they posted something. I was just doing something else, and I was looking at I was Google searching. I was doing some Google search on the 220. And then I saw they have a 221. I'm like, what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna, you know what? Let me go to the I'll go to the SH Data video. I'll show you the video. Well, I just searched on Amazon. I'm not getting it. I'm getting the 220. That's not the one I'm talking about. It's the 221. So SH Data D221. Let me see if I put it. If I put it on YouTube, right now it's just one SH Data Radio, and somebody just posted it. Yeah, there's only 2 videos on there right now. So some guy from India posted something on it. And then the video here from SH Data is right here. And it says coming. I'm not buying it. I don't need it. If they want to send me one, they go ahead and can send me one, but I'm not buying it. I already got the 220. I got 2 of them. But the 2221, the 22221. The 221 is just the same radio with the weather band, which I said they should have done that from the beginning. You know, they should have done that from the beginning. They should have just, launched the 220 with the weather band. That's it. Like they did that with the 109 too. Like instead of launching the 109, they should have just launched the one day with the weather band. Because then you're making me, you know what happens? You know why I don't like that? Because you're gonna make people buy the original one first, and then let's say, and then you launch that one right away, and that they're doing the same thing like SDR Play did, and that's what I don't like about. If you're gonna launch something, wait a little longer and launch it with all the features. But I don't know. Maybe I understand. Maybe I'm trying to understand that. Maybe they want one without weather band. I get it. By the way, I get it too, because some people, and some other than North America, the weather band is useless everywhere else. So I get that. You know why? I get that. You know why I should take that back? I get that. But so you ordered the 221. All right. Well, I gotta see the Amazon link, because I searched on Amazon right now. I see nothing. I went on Amazon. I searched. I see nothing on it right now. Maybe it's just my search. Maybe it's my what they call the browser issue, whatever cache is, whatever it's called. I mean, I know what it's called. I just don't want to get technical about it. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, Jim, that's right. They removed the second FM band. That makes sense. That we don't need here. We don't use it, and replace it with the weather band. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Anyway, so when you get it, I want to see the video on it. I just want to see the weather band reception on it. But that's good that they did that. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they did that though, because I mentioned it when I did the unboxing. I said, you know what, this will be nice with the weather band. Then it will be a nice pocket radio overall. It will be a good emergency radio. It runs on a couple of AA batteries, right? No charging, no nothing. Sorry, I'm so excited. A couple of AA batteries. It's a great emergency radio. Analog tuning, that's it. Battery life on that thing is amazing with 2 AA batteries. So yeah, that is a good, definitely a good emergency radio to have with the weather band. Even better, especially for the U.S. and Canada. Rest of the world doesn't need it, but USA, Canada can use that radio. Of course, not gonna have weather alerts because it's an analog radio. It's not gonna. They're not gonna be no. Oh, what was the price, by the way? Jim, what was the listed price? What was the listed price on it, and why you paid for it? Check out the emergency radio I got for $15 on Temu. I'll look at it. I think I saw the preview on because I see, when I go to my homepage, I see all the previews. Yeah, I know Temu. I know about that radio, the Temu one. I was thinking about pulling the trigger on that one just for a review, but I didn't get much this pay period. I didn't get much, so I gotta spend it wisely. I just received my payment. I just received my payment from Google for the ads. So I need to spend that wisely. I'm looking at a couple of things. So you pay 16. Okay, that's pretty good. That's good for analog tuning. AM, FM, shortwave, and weather. That's pretty good. I think, yeah, that is very good. $16. Wow. Yeah, that is very good. Yeah, that is pretty good. Let me move this over here. I'm gonna double click on that. Let me minimize this. Because right now I was doing FT8, but okay, there we go. Yeah, but that's with any analog, any analog tuning, you're gonna have a hard time, So yeah, that's expected. I got a comment from Two Heads on a radio about that radio, about the 220, and he left a comment. I heard the comment. I didn't type a command because I didn't type a comment. I rebuttal because I reply. Excuse me. I just didn't have time. But I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna reply to his question right now. Two Heads on a radio comment that the D219 is better than the D220. In his opinion, I agree. The D219 is a better radio than the D220. It is, for the simple fact that the shortwave bands are more expanded. It's I think it's 4 bands of shortwave or 3 bands. I don't have it here. I don't know. The D219 is it 3 or 4 bands of shortwave. Yeah, and it's a much better radio. But you comparing yeah, it is better, exactly. I agree with him on that. With Two Hands on the radio on that. He commented on that on the video. Yeah, because he left a comment on my video a couple of days ago. So yeah, the D219 is a better radio for the simple fact for that. For the and it is I think it's a more sensitive radio. It's much easier to tune on that, of course, because actually it's expanded. But I agree, it is but the D220 is really designed to be a real pocket radio. It is really the definition of a pocket radio in terms like the CC pocket, these old, remember the transistor radio, they're all pocket radios. Even though the D219 is a small radio, it's a portable radio. It's not, they don't consider that to be a pocket radio. So, so yeah, it is a better radio, obviously. It is a better radio. The 219 is a better radio. Yeah, exactly. The the 220 does what it has to do is because it's a pocket radio, and so it does. Like you said, for what it's designed to do, it does a good job. And it has that little antenna. And it's just a telescopic antenna, but it doesn't swivel. Unlike the 219, where it's a longer antenna actually, and it swivels. So you can't compare the two. There's no comparison. The 219 is a much better radio. It's a much better radio. But the 220 is a radio that you would just, a pocket radio that you might just throw it in your bag for, especially now with the weather band one. You could throw it in your bag for, or keep it around, or or even also as a gift. As a gift, give one to your neighbors or your family member. As here, look, I have it. You could use this for emergency radio. Just keep it somewhere, kitchen, whatever, and in case you ever need it, a family member that doesn't. And it's a very simple radio. There's no learning curve on it. You just turn it on, you flip the band, and you off it tune. That's it. That's good to give to. I can see. I'll probably give one to my brother. My brother Harry. He's has limited eyesight, but he has he can at least tune in with the rotary, and that's it. Or to a neighbor. That's all. Yeah. Hello, Elmer time. Hope everybody's well. AD7LN in Sherwood, Oregon, 51 degrees Fahrenheit and rain. Yeah, it's like everywhere is a precipitation today. Everybody I spoke to today, I spoke to a couple of people on DMR today. Rain. I spoke to someone in Malaysia. It's raining today. I spoke to someone. Was that the person I spoke to? Oh, in the UK. It's rain. It's rain everywhere. Everybody's getting precipitation today. Today we got a couple, 1 to 3 inches of rain, which we really needed here. It's been very dry here. I know we had a drought watch here in New York State. New York City had a drought warning. They have a drought warning now, so there are more restrictions. But we've been having, today's rain is going to help. I think we're supposed to get some more rain over the weekend. I believe we might get. And then we'll see. But yeah, we need the rain. We had a couple of little brush fires. There's one over there by the New Jersey, New York border up here. It's about by Elmsford all the way up there. But it's pretty much contained now. It was 90% already contained before today's rain. That's still like the biggest one we have in this area. So yeah, we do need the rain, so it's okay. Yeah. So when it arrives, I'll post a short of it. Yeah, I'm gonna post a few. And hello, Curtis. I hope you're doing well. So I'm gonna look into it. I don't think I'm gonna buy it because I already reached out to them, see if they want to send me one. I'll look at it. But I'm not gonna buy one. I'm not gonna. Just like the SDR Play, the new one that came out with that network SDR. Somebody asked me about that if I'm gonna buy it. I said, no, I'm not buying that. I'm not gonna buy that. It's $500. I'm not buying that. I reached out to them, SDR Play, if they want to send me one, I could review it and whatever. Never replied to me, so I said, okay, fine, whatever. So much for loyalty. I have a couple of SDRs. I've been I speak volumes about it, and the least they can do is reply to me. At least they couldn't even know that. So yeah, I'm not gonna pay. I wouldn't even recommend it now at this point. I think Kiwi SDR is the if you want to network an SDR, I would go with Kiwi SDR. Everybody, a lot of they already have a proven track record all over the world. Kiwi SDR. Of course, I have a new one, Kiwi SDR2, that just came out a year ago. And that one is not $500. It's probably close to it, but But this SDR Play one is $500 right off the bat. No, I'm not doing. And and at this point right now, I don't see myself getting a network SDR anyway. I thought about sharing my antenna, but at this point, I'm not gonna do that. So I kind of scratched that project, sharing my SDR. If I ever do that, there's a way that you can do it with maybe the RSP1. There's a way you can do that. There's a workaround that I think you have to hook it up to a Raspberry Pi, and then the Raspberry Pi becomes a server, and then you can just use the Raspberry Pi as the But I don't think I want to do that. I just don't, I don't want to do a remote SDR anymore. That ship sailed. There was a time I wanted to share it. Now I don't want to share it with. So yeah. Yeah, so because I got I know I think I didn't get the 219 for your runtime. I think I forgot how much I paid for mine. It was nothing. It was like maybe I think it was around $11.90. It was $11 and change, and then I wound up paying a couple of dollars tax. I think I paid a total of $13 and change, which is cheap. I mean, think about that in today's. I mean, remember back in the '90s when you would look at a catalog and you wanted to buy any shortwave portable radio, any portable radio that was shortwave, digital. Well, digital wasn't, not even digital, just analog. You wasn't gonna pay $13 for that. You would have been paying like, close to $100. You know, it is. I agree, Jim. It is a great entry level radio. Okay, this guy's not gonna reply. I'm just gonna Roger. This. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And that's the great thing about it. That's a great radio. That would have been a great radio for. That would have been a great radio for me as a kid. As a kid, like my son's age now, he's about to turn 10. When I was his age and I wanted a radio, that would have been a perfect radio for me. That would have been a perfect radio for me, and that would have got me off and running because that has the shortwave band. Of course, you got AM and FM, but yeah, that would have been a perfect radio. Oh my God, you're thinking about it. A radio like that back in time when I would have been like 10, 11 years old, I would have loved that radio. I mean, that would have been, life-changing hobby radio. Elmer time on October 16th, there was a storm with a micro burst above my house. It removed my 35 feet carport roof and tossed it up in the. Wow. Yeah, these storms are crazy. Yeah, I'm noticing now that the FT8 now it's after, because now it gets darker an hour earlier now. So now I notice that propagation it's 5:56 p.m., but it's already dark outside. It's dark. It's dark outside already. It's already dark. Wow. And it's like plummet. Yeah, so I got some of this Google money today, so I'm looking into what I'm gonna buy. I'm actually thinking about buying a table, a folding table. Put it here because I need one. I need a folding table for myself. Yeah, it's 4:56 already dark. Over here it's dark already. So 10 meters. I only got a few people right now. That's it. A few people. Not much going on right now. because I want to get this thing going here. I want to rearrange this. I want to get all my radios down here now. I want to have my Zygool 1 and 10 now, or I'll probably just use a switch. I'll do the switch. I want to bring down my Zygool. I want to use my FT8 18, and of course I got the FT991A. I want to set up my station already. So let me put this empty water bottle right there. Yes, it's dark. It's like dark already out there. Let me close that other thingy. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry I had to open up with that. I've been ahead for 64 years. But, you know, I swear to God, but he always opens up with that line. As soon as I came on the live stream, he came on the Group 91. I put the volume on. I said, watch. And I said, watch him open up with the line. And he, right away, he talked to the first guy in there. I've been ahead for 64 years. Not even, no, he didn't say 60. I've been ahead for 60 years. Meanwhile, the guy doesn't want to talk to me for jack. He will not talk to me. He avoids me. He avoids me on Talk Group 91. He's not even there now. Let me see if because he left. Yeah, he's gone. He's exit stage right. He's gone. And the other guy left too. The other guy, the one that I blew up on a few weeks ago. So he's always correcting people that, you know, your audio is horrible. Your audio is horrible. You got too much pop on your mic. You know, so after a while, when he insulted a few people, I went in there and I said, listen, why are you being a jerk? You know? Like, it's not your job to tell people about their audio. You know what? Say, if you want to tell people about their audio, just say, you know what? I noticed that your audio is a little loud. You know, maybe you need to cut down. Say it like that. Don't just say your audio is horrible and you sound like somebody's grabbing you by the gonads. When you talk to somebody like that, you know, when you talk to someone like that, you're being a dick. You're being a dick. You know, if I'm gonna correct someone else in there, or I'm gonna try to correct someone, it's not my job to do it. You know, for example, there's people that go in there and they talk right on the mic, or their mic gain is too high, and I have to lower my volume. You know, I will tell them, listen, you know, your audio is a little too loud, and maybe you need to either back off the mic or lower your mic gain. But your audio is too loud, you know. And you could say you say it in a way where you're not insulting the person. Don't say your audio is horrible. You're popping. You don't know what you're talking about, because I've been ahead for 30 years. You guys here need to slow down when you talk. When you come out like that, you're just being an asshole. A jerk. I call him a jerk. I could use that language here, but in there, I call him a jerk. That's what I call him. I say, you're just being a jerk. So he was just in there too. And when I keyed up, he saw my name on the call thing. He left. Because I was about to, oh, I see you're back. I was about to tell him, oh, I see you're back to your old antics. But he left. He saw my call sign. He skipped. He skipped. I just turned it on, and I went to Talk Group 91. He was in there, and he's telling somebody, oh, you know, your audio is horrible. Your mic is popping. Your mic is popping. Like, first of all, it's not your job. It's not my job. It's not your job to tell people that. But if you want to tell somebody, be subtle. Don't be a dick. Don't be a jerk. That's what I said in there. But here, you know what I'm saying? He's just being a dick, because he's done this over and over. And I called him out that day. That day I called him out. It was a few weeks ago. I called him out because he insulted this guy named Alfred. He's from Australia. He's there all the time. But the guy audio is not that good because he had a stroke. He just got, like Elmer, right? Elmer. But this guy in Australia, he had a stroke recently. So his voice sounds very hoarse. And anybody knows that when you have a stroke, it affects everything. It can affect your voice, your motor skills, who knows why. If it didn't kill you, it can affect a lot of things. So I know in Alfred's case is his voice. That's one of the things he's trying to. So this guy, without knowing anything about the facts about his condition, he calls him a name. He starts calling him these names. He said it looked like somebody's grabbing him by the nuts. He sounds like that and all this stuff. Oh, I forgot exactly what he said. And then there was another guy that came out, and he's legally blind. He is legally blind. And his voice is kind of squeaky. What I mean by that is some people have a nasally voice. That's, it's not your, like, first of all, why are you making fun of people? So when he said that, when he went off on the blind guy, I cut in. I was monitoring the chat. But when he said that, I cut in. I said, first of all, I called out his call sign. I said, first of all, you know what? You're being a jerk. You know why? Because you don't know. First of all, did you know that this guy had a stroke? Did you know that this guy's blind? And first of all, who the hell are you to tell people about their audio? If you don't like it, first of all, you know what? You can do it in a polite way. And number two, if you don't like it, leave. Leave the talk group. If you don't like what you hear. But that's one thing he's always going. Every time he goes in there, he used to always say, I've been a ham for 30 years. These guys, these people in DMR don't know how to talk. They don't know what real ham radio is. They come up with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Sad fucking ham. Oh, you don't know what ham radio, you don't know what HF is. Why are you here then? Why are you here? But then, he sounded like he was a little liquored up. And then somebody called him out. Once I called him out, somebody else chimed in. And he said, Danny, he my call sign, yeah, he's just drunk. He comes out here when he's drunk. And I said, well, I don't care. That's no excuse to come out here and insult people. I'm sorry, I don't care. I told him, I said, I don't care if he's drunk. I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna report him. I'm gonna report him to the Brightmeister. So maybe get banned from the talk group. And that can happen. He could get banned from the talk group for being a jerk. I'm sorry. You don't come on the talk group. You don't like it, then go to another fucking chat. Go to another fucking talk group. It's not your job to tell people that, you know what I'm saying? Do it in a subtle way. It's called common courtesy. Hey, listen, your mic might be a little too hot or something. Or whatever, like what you just mentioned, Elmer. Normally over here, I just say, yeah, exactly. Your mic is a little too hot. You're coming a little too strong. Like you need to, because I've been corrected. First time in a long time with this rig, not with my hand up, but with this rig, I had the mic gain really high. I didn't know. I forgot. With the FT9, I connected to my local repeater, and they were having a net. And when I keyed up, and I set my call sign, whatever, and the guy told me, "Hey, your mic is too hot. Your mic is, you might want to lower the gain." And he asked me what was the gain. I told him my gain was high. It was like 50. He said, nah. He said, you need to bring it down. I said, I'm going to bring it down 20. I bring it down to like 25 or something. And he said, yeah, you sound better now. You sound much better. I said, okay, well, thank you. And I thanked him. I said, yeah, thank you. He said, oh. And then he also told me about my call sign that I had the slash on there. Because for the repeater here for C4 FM, no, for the Wires X, he said that give it a slash and put a dash. So he gave me another tip. He said, no, I will get rid of the dash, get rid of the slash. Because I had mine with a Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu slash damn. So it could show up on the Yesu, on somebody's Yesu. He said, no, get rid of that, put the dash. I said, okay. But he was subtle about it. You understand? He was subtle. He didn't call me. He didn't say, You sound horrible. You know, he didn't try to embarrass me. And that's what this guy does. He tries to belittle everybody in there. You know? Elmer time. It's up to the operator to figure out why his radio is too loud. But it's no biggie. Everybody, exactly. You know? But that's why like for example, on DMR, you know, even though they have a parrot, and you know, all of them have the parrot, you know, when you could hear yourself, the parrot, you know what I'm saying. You know Elmer knows what I'm talking about. It's a private talk group that you can hear. It repeats what you say. That's why it's called a parrot, just like a real parrot. But sometimes that's not good enough. Sometimes I'll go on to 91 and say, you know, I'll just if I want to get a radio check, instead of saying there's clever ways to get a radio check without saying I want a radio check, I can just say, monitoring talk group 91, standing by for any contacts. I say that and I always get a response. Of course, talk group 91, you get a response for everything, but for most of the time you get a response. So, without really asking for a radio check, I'll get a reply. And then I'll ask them, how's my, or they'll just give me the report. Oh, you sound good, your hair. Audio's good, whatever. Some people actually give you the signal thing, which is, that makes no sense on DMR. I said, I will give you a 5.9 if it was, I said, okay, well, that means that sounds good. Okay, fine. That's all. But this guy, he's like, hey, he does that to everybody that's in there. Almost everybody. The ones that, but and then in my case, like I said, when I heard that, and then there was another guy too that was in there, and he told him, he was talking in Spanish, like, ¿qué le pasa a este cabrón? ¿Qué carajo le pasa con este cabrón? And then I just had to go in there and I said, listen, bro, you being a jerk, you know that, right? You be just being stupid right now. You being a jerk, I say, why you talk to people like that? What's your malfunction, bro? Like, And then, it turns out that the guy he gets liquored up, and I said, I don't care you get liquored up. Don't come, if you're gonna don't drink and talk on the air. Don't do that. Please don't do that, people. But if you're gonna drink, like the other guy, the other guy with the video, we call the other guy terrorist. We call him a terrorist. He said, you guys are terrorists. And he started bringing up 9/11. I said, these guys, he was licking up. I could tell he was licking up. Ever since then, he's been quiet. I've seen him a few times on Talk Group 91, but he had his melt. I guess I got a video of his meltdown, and I guess he got reported too, and maybe he got a warning. I don't know. He had a parrot. That's everything in life. There's a way to tell people, be subtle about it. Don't be a dick, So this guy's clearly a dick. I don't know. He was malfunctioning in life. And I heard he's like 80 something years old. Somebody said, oh, he's like 80 something. I say, I don't give a fuck about how old he is. I don't care if he's pissed off my life. That's his fucking problem. His problem is not my fucking problem. I want to go in this talk group. I don't want to deal with that fucking asshole. So I'm going to call him out in there. I'm going to say, you know what? You're being a jerk. And every time you come out here, I'm going to key up so you can see my call sign. So you're going to remember who I am. So when you act up, I'm going to be right on top of you. And that's what I do to him now. So when he keyed up and he said that, as soon as he was done, I keyed up and he could see my call sign. And then he was right there. He just left. He left. Like the bitch that he is, he left. Like a scary little bitch, he left. That's what happened. Like the roaches. They when you put roaches, when you put the spotlight on them, they scurry away. They scurry away. You know, forget about 7200. Now Talk Group 91. I don't gotta be. I don't gotta be on HF. I see it on 91. I see it on Talk Group 91. Get off my lawn. Get off my talk group. Nah, I'm not trying to be the new sheriff. It's just that the guys just straight up, because people don't say nothing. I say, okay, people don't want, okay. Because he was doing that day, he was doing that for like almost an hour. I'm here doing FT8. I'm monitoring Talk Group 91 over here. Right? I'm monitoring, and everybody that goes in, he talks, your audio is horrible. And I'm like, yo, why nobody saying that to this guy? And then my man Alfred went in there. He started with him. Then the other guy, his name is Jim. He went in there. I don't want to say they call Simon. I'm sure they're there all the time. So he started going off on it, man. And that's the thing that they've been in there every day. He should know these guys by now. Yeah, he still insults them. Because when I go, I only been doing DMR for about 4 months now. I'm gonna say 4 months, right? Well, I'm going into almost about 5 months. Going into the 5th month. Okay, about 5 months now. DMR. I know who the regulars are already in there. I know them already. There's a whole bunch of them regulars in there. So when I go in there, they see my call, say, oh, I already made contact with Danny like 3 or 4 times already. You know? Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Circle. Yeah, I made contact with him. He's from Yonkers. Yeah. Same thing with me. Oh, I know this guy from, I know these 3 guys from Indonesia, and these guys from India. Alfred's from Australia, and there's another couple of Australians I talk to on the regular. And then you got, you know, and then this jerk off comes every once. He used to be there more often, but I noticed since, you know, we shout him out, he's been, but today he was acting up until I keyed up, and then he saw me, and then he left. Yeah, I'm looking at him, and he's gone. He's not here. Maybe when he gets liquored up, and he'll come back later. That's what he does every time. He says the same thing. Your audio is horrible. You're horrible. You too much pop. I mean, that's what you constantly. You know, he doesn't understand that people. You gotta understand something, that most people that go on DMR that are American, I'm gonna say at least half of them are techs. They're new. They're new. So you gotta deal with that. You gotta deal with the newbies. You know, you gotta deal with that, right? They're new. Then you got people like you know, I was talking to somebody the other day. You know, he's been a radio operator for a long time. A long time. I think almost 70 years. But he didn't tell me that. I went to QRZ and I saw it, and then I asked him. I said, how long? And then I asked him. I said, by the way, you know, I said, yeah, your QRZ is very interesting, because he was in the he was a Navy radio operator back in Vietnam. That's a long time ago. So he was a radio operator in Vietnam in the Navy. So I asked him, I said, how long have you been, you know? He said, oh, I've been, I think 70 years now. He said something like that. And he said, no, he just started doing DMR like the last couple of years. He said, no, I just got into DMR a couple of years ago. And he was saying, he said, no, because I live in a he's not an HOA, it's like not a nursing home. I forgot what they called it. Oh, it's like senior housing. So he lives, I guess, a condominium, like senior housing. And he said, no, I can't. He said, I don't have no HF setup. He said, I just have, I just got a couple of handhelds. I forgot what else he said. That's it. That's his setup. That was it. I think something like that. Like he can't even put an antenna on the balcony. That's how restricted it is. Yeah, we were talking for about We were rag chewing for a little bit because it was really dead that night. And yeah, we were talking to him, and we had a nice conversation. And he, he said, "Oh, it was good." I said, "Yeah, I got it 2 years now. I'm licensed for about 2 years. I just passed my second anniversary back in September. That was my second anniversary." So, tell us to move on. There's a new sheriff in town. Yeah, 1 hour and 5 minutes in the books. So 6:18 p.m. Yeah, it's dark. It's just dark outside now. It's dying down. There's a few people still here, but I noticed yeah, it's kind of dying down now. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade soon. Upgrade very soon. That'll be the resolution. Because 10 minutes is very limited. Right now, it's dead. It's dying down. It's dead now because it's already dark. Let me set an alert. Oh, okay, I got these. Yeah, I got Belize earlier. That was a few weeks ago. I finally got it confirmed today. So, a new country, not Belize, Belize, Barbados. I said Belize. It was Barbados, excuse me. So that brings my total to 100 and what is it now? Total country is 135 because I had Barbados for a while, but confirm is now I forgot. Is it 111? $113. All right, 113. There you go, 113. So Barbados. So now North America, it is 33 out of 49. So 16 away. 16 away. Okay, good. That's good. I'm 4 away from the Europe one. I need 4 more for Europe, and I'm 16 away from North America. And with South America, I think I'm a little further. Let me see. Oh, no, South America, I'm 10 away. I thought it was 11 or 12. It's 10. South America is 10. And then Europe is, oh, no, it's 3. Oh, I forgot it's 3 away. Oh, okay. So I'm 3 away from Europe. That's not bad. I mean, North America is right there. It's in reach now. Barbados. Island of Barbados. I got that one a few weeks ago, but it wasn't confirmed until today. I see Guatemala right here, but Guatemala is let me try Guatemala. Nah, forget it. Hello, Marriott DX. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. And then South America is 11. And South America is going to be tricky too. But South America, I need Paraguay. I don't know why I can't get Paraguay. I guess I'm gonna have to get it through voice. And Bolivia. Bolivia's been here lately. I've seen Bolivia here almost every day. But it's just, it'll happen. And then the islands. Some of these islands. they're gonna be tricky. But I think probably, Asia is what is Asia now? What is Asia right now? It's still a long way. It's over 20. I know that. Yeah, I'm not even halfway. It's 20. It's let's see, 22. 22 out of 54 for Asia. And then forget about Africa. So Africa's a long way. That's a long way. And then the Oceania one is the it's about 14, yeah. So Europe is gonna happen sooner because Europe, the only thing about Europe is like, I need like, there's still countries like Kosovo, Montenegro, San Marino, Gibraltar was here the other day. I had Gibraltar, but I just didn't want to do the Q thing. Gibraltar. So any combination of three out of remaining, I don't know how many. Europe is the one that's going to happen first. That's the first domino is going to drop, and then probably, I think North America will be the second one. Because on 10 meters, when they have open, I hear some of the islands. I got the Antigua one on single sideband. Antigua single sideband. So when I heard Antigua, when I heard the call sign, I looked it up and said, "Oh, that's Antigua." So it was like 4 tries, made the contact. 4 tries, I got through for Antigua, and that one got confirmed through Log of the World. And then when I synced it to this account, since I got confirmed on Log of the World, I got credit here. That's how you get that. Because some of them, they don't do QRZ confirm. They got to confirm it on Log of the World. That's why I said, Marriott X, get a Log of the World account. Marriott X apply for Log of the World. And then they have a sync. You can sync it. And, that's up to you. But also, you're going to have the QRZ XML. It's like not the top premium account, the cheapest premium account. The cheapest premium account. I think for that, just to get most of them before my year expires, the syncing, the Log of the World sync. So what it does is you sync your QRZ to Log of the World, and then any confirmation you have on Log of the World, automatic on QRZ. And that's what, it's recognized as Log of, because that is the de facto standard. Here we go with the quotations. Is Log of the World. Log of the World is the. I have a couple of awards on Log of the World, but I don't want to pay $50 for a certificate. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that. I have a few in there. I have the. I know I have the 100. I have the Century Club one. I have a Century Club one in there. I know I have that one. And then there's another one. I think it's a 300 prefix. There's like 300 different the prefix or the grid. It's like EQSL. I have the E grid. Yeah, it's that one, the grid. 300 prefix. I'm confused with the prefix and the anyway, it's like 300. I got over 300, whatever the number is. So you get that too. So I got like 2 certificates waiting over there. At least 2, maybe 3. I know I have at least 2 on Log of the World. But you got to pay for the. I don't want it. Honestly, I don't want it. When you apply for it, you got to pay for it. I said, I'm not, and it's like $50. It's not cheap. I said, nah, it's okay. As long as I get the badge at QRZ, that's it. I get the badge at QRZ, that's fine for me. I don't need the certificate. You know, I don't want to hang a whole bunch of them on my thing, so that's fine. You know, it just, you know, it just makes it fun. You know, like right now, for example, grid tracker. You know, you're collecting the grid squares. So, you know, all the ones in red is the ones that I did. You see? So the ones in yellow is yeah, yellow's a confirm. Okay. What is it? Yeah, okay. See? So they confirm on Log of the World. A lot of them are confirmed Log of the World. So, Log of the World. That's Greenland, Iceland, you know, so on. You know. So on. I'm learning. I had my rookie year. Now it's my second year. That's it. I just did my second year. Like Derek Jeter, baby. Couple of World Series, first couple of years. So hopefully by year 3, I'll have by the end of year 3, I'll have the majority of the QRZs badges. I'm hoping. I think I can. I think I pretty much have all of them except for the Asia one and the Africa one. And I'll have half of them. So it's 6 of them, right? So I'll have half of them. I'm hoping. Yeah, so there you go. So I don't know. So I'm looking at AliExpress for a few things today. I was looking at that. I was looking at that TID radio, the Bluetooth. There's a Bluetooth adapter that you can make it wireless to your app to sync the contacts and all that. You know, like the repeater. I started looking at it. The more I look at it, the more I looked at the Bluetooth. I'll show you. Let me go on. Let me show you. For those of you that don't know what it is. The problem is that it's not universally. It says it has universal drivers, but I'm not sure about that. Plus, all my radios right now, I had the cable spread, so I don't really need it. The only thing I heard about is it was somebody that posted a comment about it here on the live stream. Hello, James Farley. I hope you're doing well. So the guy that posted it here, he reminded me about that, about the Bluetooth. In other words, instead of using a programming cable, right? Instead of using a programming cable, is a Bluetooth, like a dongle. You hook it up here, right? The dongle, and you set up the app on your phone. I don't know if there's a PC app also, but I know there's an Android app that you set it up with your smartphone. And that Android app has like repeater book search and all that. And what you do is, for example, you go on repeater book, right? You search for the repeaters you want. And it takes that and automatically and it syncs it to your phone, to your radio with the app. Like it's very easy to program your radio with that app and the Bluetooth. So there's no need for drivers, no drivers for Windows, none of that. It's through your Android and that's it. But I don't know. every radio that I have the cable for it already. And even the E100, I have the cable for that, and the CPS software is okay. But I heard it doesn't work with every radio. For example, I have the 1801. This is a 1701. I have the DR 1801. That one, for example, this radio and that radio on Chirp is not listed. It's not listed on Chirp. And because I love the DMR on this, but I also want to put my regular, 2-meter repeaters and all that in there. I could manually put them, of course. I could do that. But I was hoping the Bluetooth dongle can make it easy. And it's not expensive. It's like $15 or $10. I've seen some under $10. So I may pick one up and try it, and then I'll give you my review on it. If it works, I'm gonna try every radio. It is listed on some of the radios that it works on, but some people say that it works on practically any radio, any handheld. Most of these handhelds, whether they're Baofeng or what's the other one? TYT, a few brands. So I might I might try it. I'm gonna buy it and try it and see. Do I need it? No, I don't need it. But I want to try it and see if I can maybe review it. It's under $20. I've seen as low as $10. I've seen it. And let me show you what it is. Let me just I'm gonna open it up over here. Let me do it over here because I already had it on my I had it listed here. Let me see. What is it? All right, here, Bluetooth. Let me see if it's this one. Let me open up this one. So this is it here. So it's $10. So this is by TID radio, the BL1. So this is a wireless program adapter, right? It says UV5, but there's a whole bunch of models you can use it with. So instead of using a programming cable, you use this with a smartphone app. So these are some of the models that it supports. But I heard there's more models than this. So these are Radio Oddity. The Quang Shan, there's a whole bunch of other ones too. So it's comparing, see, instead of using a cable, let me put this, I'm sorry, let me put this like this. This will show you. I'm probably going to order this one because I want to try it. So it says, as opposed to you're using a PC and you need a cable, for the price of the cable, you buy this. This is works on multiple radios, this dongle. And it supports PC and because by the way, they have a web interface. So that's what it's called, OD Master Web. Sound card output. No, well, it's Bluetooth. And it's for you can program your radio. It's for programming. I don't know about the audio part. I'm talking about, in other words, you're using this as you're replacing this with a cable. I mean, you're replacing this instead of having multiple cables like I do. I have multiple cables, right? You use this. I heard good things. I heard that it's basically compatible with many, many radios. So the more that I acquire radios, because for example, I had companies send me radio. I have a couple of radios that people want to send me. I'm not gonna buy cables for all of them. I mean, some of them will come with cables, whatever. And I don't want to install every single CPS on my desktop. I really don't want to do that. So I'm exploring this option. Oh, they also have it. They also have iOS. Excuse me. Oh well, iOS. So this is a screen. Yeah, it's similar to that. So these are some of the models they show here. So you see, there's more models listed. And then this is when you start programming it. Everything is done on the phone or on the website through OD Master app. There's an app for it on the PC. So this is the how it looks like. So for example, if you do local repeater, for example, there's a repeater list, see? And then over here, so you're using your phone app as the CPS. And this is the way it looks. Okay, so let me just put on that one. So that's the way it looks. Model BL1. I saw the first time I saw this device was a few months ago. Glamham, TikTok. She showed this. She showcased that. Yeah. No, because your programming cable also goes in there. Okay, I just made a contact. Oh, sorry. Let me hold up. Not necessarily, because it is also your programming cable. I don't know if it's on. It doesn't. It is the same port. Yeah, it is the same port. But again, we're not talking about sound. We're talking about programming. Programming cable. Okay, I'm gonna bring one out here. You're confusing people in this chat room with the sound. Maybe you can use it for an output device for sound. I don't know. I don't know if it has a function for that. I don't know. That's not why I'm looking into that. I'm looking into that because it replaces this. It replaces this. You know, I have 3 different cables right now. This is one of them. I have 3 different ones. This is programming. By the way, it also could be data. Data, right? Data, sound. But you know, in terms of the scope of this video, this thing what we're talking about now, it's about programming. It's programming. You're programming. So they're using this cable to program your Baofeng or whatever handheld. You're using a Bluetooth device. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, maybe you can use it for sound too. I don't know. Maybe you can use that as a hook up a Bluetooth speaker to it. I don't know. Maybe you can hook it up to a Bluetooth speaker mic. I don't know. That device is not. I don't know the device. I don't know if it's not made for that. It doesn't say anything about sound, but for programming. Hello, Michael. TV Radio 922. Hope you're doing well. So I'm gonna look into it. I'll probably pull the trigger on this because there is a Black Friday deal starting in about 8 hours. 8 hours? Black Friday. They're doing a Black Friday. Right now it's already marked down. It's $10. So I will probably order this. I want to try this. All right. And they have this other one. Baofeng has their own brand right here. Where's it at? Okay, it's not here. That's right here. Let me see. Well, Baofeng has their brand here. This is the Baofeng brand one. So this is a Baofeng branded one. Wireless programmer. Okay. And this is theirs. This is the Baofeng one. But I'm looking at the TID radio one because that's the one I saw on. But I'm gonna look into. I'm gonna watch a couple of videos on there and see what. I'm gonna look at the reviews and all that to see which ones. Let me see what else I have there. Let me see what other. So they're showing you here how it is. Main interface. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops, sorry about that. So here, then you select the model, then you connect Bluetooth. The spelling, I don't know those. Edic date. Yeah, I wonder if you can use it for sound too, but I don't know. But I think the function is to be a programmer. So I was like, I wonder if you could do FT8. I know you can do FT8 with some other devices. FT8 on 2 meters. FT8 on 2 meters. But that's for programming. So now they do have. I mean, they do have Bluetooth for audio. Yeah, but there's no audio output on it. No, what I mean is it is outputs digital sound into microphone. I don't know. I don't look into that. But you know, I mean, it's you know, what let me show you. So we know it's an audio output also, but it's also data output. Now, do they use sound for the data? Most likely, you know, just like yeah, digital sound. So digital sound to because the cable for this is a USB. So same thing with APRS. APRS. I have an APRS. Where is it at? I do have an APRS, and I did that. I did the APRS. It is a digital sound. Well, this doesn't do. It's analog, and then the computer does digital. So actually, it's analog coming out of here, and then digital is on the. So it's an analog sound, and then the computer processes it. The computer is the one that processes the analog into digital. So you don't get digital coming out of here. It's analog. On the other end, once the computer processes it, then it's digital. I guess this whatever analog sound comes out of it processes it. So it doesn't, I mean, it's not going to output digital sound from here. It doesn't do that. Any of them, they don't do that. Even the, you know, well, I don't know about the 991A. I'm talking about these. All these handhelds, these are all analog. It's the software that does digital. Although in the Bluetooth case, is in there that does it. It probably processes it digital and then sends it to, it has to be digital, sends it to the Bluetooth on the phone or the Bluetooth on the PC. And on the PC, there's no PC software. It's a browser-based software on there. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me see. OD Master. OD Master. Let me see. So this is the website. So you have to make an account. So if you want to do it through the website, this is the website. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry, my hand is shaking. Anyways, web.oldmaster.net. Oldie Master. So they have a web interface. So you could do the Bluetooth through the PC, and then you could do it browser based. If you don't want to use the smartphone app to program your so I'm gonna try both. I'm gonna try it with the you know, I'm gonna install it here, but I'm gonna try the PC way to see if that works too. So you know, what I'm gonna do is gonna say, you know, like Chirp. It's like Chirp. So Chirp, there's an option on Chirp where you could say, I want to use the not the radio reference part. The radio reference, you need an account for radio reference. You need a premium account for that too, but not radio reference. There's another one for repeater book. So there's a pull down menu there, and it actually has a repeater book search inside Chirp, and you just put, like, for example, I want all the 2-meter. You know, I'm searching for 2-meter repeaters, FM only. You know, like for this one, it'll be DMR. But the you know, for all my other radios, it'll be only analog. So that one, it'll be like 2-meter repeaters, FM only, 20 miles or less. And then it gives me a list of them. And all you do is just select them and move them over to your phone. I mean, to your radio. That's it. Isn't that easy compared to, like, you know, putting in every single thing? You got to put in the offset. I don't want to do all that. And you could do it with a dongle, 1, 2, 3. That's it. You know, because I want to put them on all of them. Like right now, this only has my DMR. I don't have local repeaters on this one yet. On the 1801, I don't have nothing on that one. Only Talk Group 91 DMR. That's it. My Radtel is the only radio that I have out of all of them that I got all my repeaters in there. Because I did that one with Chirp. That one is very compatible with Chirp. I just copy and paste the whole thing on Chirp. It was easy. The Quanshang, I haven't done it yet. I need to hook that one. But that one, I want to make a tutorial on it when I do that. I'm going to hook it up with Chirp. I'm going to show you how to do it and copy and paste. But I also want to do it this way with the app, with the dongle. I want to make tutorials on this so I can show people. Because the problem is that a lot of people, when they buy these radios, that's the number one thing that scares people. Is, oh my God, I gotta program the radio. Oh my God, I gotta program the radio. Well, first you gotta learn how to use it, basic stuff. And then, oh my God, I gotta program the radio. That's the biggest thing that turns people off about handhelds. So if you can make it easy for them, like copy and paste, or select all or select some and just move like with the app. I mean, it's got it. We came a long way from a few years ago, right? So I think that's a big thing, especially when new people that get into the a new tech. You know, a lot of them. This is what they dread is the programming. I dreaded it. I dreaded the programming part. I could tell you that I dread it. You know, because first, and then you got to find it if it's compatible. You know, with this radio, I had to go through some learning curves. I had to find the right cable for it because it didn't come with the cable. To use it with OpenGD77, I had to break my head. But I got it now. I figured it out. Now I know now I know how to do it. Is the cable. I had to have the cable. The driver, I had the driver all along. It was just the cable. And it worked. And I got it off and running. Once I got that, I was off and running. But Marriott can tell you, Marriott can tell you, there's a learning curve to all this. But once you learn it, you're good. But I don't want a newbie to go through what I went through or whatever. If there's an easier way to do it, why not? You know? So it's definitely a learning curve, you know? It's not, well, I wouldn't say it's hard. I'm talking about there is a learning curve to it. And what I mean by that is, you know, there is a setup you have to do, and then I mean, looking back on it now, it wasn't hard, but you know, uh, when I first bought the radio, I was like, what am I doing? But then you know, I went down that rabbit hole, and I said, oh yeah, you know what? If I ever get my DMR set up, I want to have a hotspot. I don't want to rely on repeaters. Although I know repeaters work fine. I tested on repeaters, it worked fine. But I like my hotspot. I have more control of it. I can talk whatever I want. I don't have to stumble upon a repeater doing their net because the local repeater here, he's not dead. I think they have nets almost every other day. Most of them are in the evening. I know they have one on. Yeah, they have one tonight, Thursday night, around 7 o'clock. They have this around 7:30. I know they have it tonight. So, but I'm glad I dabbled into it, and then of course you got into it, and then you did the hotspot with the two radios, which is cool. And I'm glad I did it. You know, it's just one more thing under my one more mode that you learn. And the DMR out of all three of them is the one that you have to register the ID, and the other ones you don't need to do anything. Basically, you don't need to do anything on the other ones. There's no registration for the ASU or the D Star. Let me see. Oh, I made contact with him before. On DMR, on FT8, I made contact with him before. So, anyway.
From Yokohama City, Japan. Ohio gozaimasu. This is Yankee Charlie, number 2, Juliet Bravo, Victor, Indonesia, over.
Yeah, I know I made FT8.
Finish recording Terry. I'll say 73, Terry. Hope you have a nice Christmas and hope to work you another time.
All right. Yeah, I know I made contact with him before on 10 meters. Because his call sign is easy to recognize. J1XTN, okay. It's nice when you make contact with them on multiple modes. Like me remember the X FT8 on 10, DMR, and of course C4 FM. And one day in the future it'll be 20, 40. Someday sooner than later. And maybe even voice. Other than DMR, we'll do some HF voice. Mary Dixon, I have not done any talking on the radio for a while. Gone back to FTA. Well, yeah, I'm pretty much. I'm at the point, yeah. And yes, get your general, man. LOL. Yeah, I'm running into obstacles now. I mean, look at the list. Nothing's no more. No more grid squares. What I mean by that is very little grid squares. Very little grid squares left here. I'm not gonna get. I gotta go down to the HF. No. The more exotic countries. I just not gonna get them on 10 meters. It's also the time zone thing. They usually be on overnight. I can't be on overnight, for example, like if I want to talk to someone in India on HF, if I want to talk to one on India on HF, it's not gonna happen. On 10 meters, it could happen, but I have to be up early in the morning as soon as the sun come up and get that little window of opportunity, and that's it. And that's it. And that's a small window, as opposed to like 40-meter band where up late at night here. I'm up late here, not late at night, but later in the evening. Later in the evening, excuse me, where I can talk. Propagate. Even 20 meters. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. I'm at that. I hit the wall. It's like I hit the wall now for making some of the worldwide contacts that are like like India. India's a hard one because I just I only seen them a couple of times. So it's only early in the morning, and that's it. Maybe or something. Well, not now. Right now, because right now the sun goes down early now. So right now it wiped out that for the nighttime. You know. See, right now Japan is gone, and it's just turning 7 o'clock. A couple of months ago, I was going all the way up to 8:30 in the evening, almost 9 o'clock. I could still, but now the sun goes down at 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. is dark. It's already dark. Forget about it. So that I can't do it. So 10 meters for me is like, it's very limited now. It really got limited. Really got limited. So I have to get up early, and maybe I have that window early. The sun comes up a little earlier. 6:30, 7 o'clock, the sun is up already. I got that window, but it's very limited. I got as far as I can with it, that I was. Like I said, I'm not. It's good, but I want more. I want more now. VK2 GAP. There go Alfred right there, Alfred. There go Alfred.
Victor Kilo 2 Golf Alpha Papa Alfred. This is JA1XTN. Thank you very much for your call, and good morning. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
This is JA1XTN.
That's why I call that guy a jerk, because he was messing with Alfred. I had to cut in. I had to cut in because he was messing. Don't mess with Alfred, man.
Sydney, Australia, and it's been a long time, my friend. How have you been? I hope everything is okay with you.
Alfred was my first contact on DMR.
To catch up with you, Terry, and hope you are feeling well. And of course, it's always the same here. It is 11:04 Sydney time, of course, and the temperature is 18 degrees and sunny. So it's going to be a very hot day today, Terry. Okay, my friend, put it back to you, and I will log you into QRZ.com. Okay, Terry? JA1XTN, VK2GAP. VK2GAP. This is
VK2GAP.
Anyway, long time no see. Yes, I have been good, and I hope everything is okay with you. And yes, weather here today is pretty good, and temperature right now is 11 degrees centigrade, and maximum temperature will be 19 degrees centigrade. That TV news reported 19 degrees centigrade is a little bit warm. I like warm temperature. I hate cold winter. But we are experiencing
right now 7 degrees centigrade here.
Day and a cold day. Few days
7 degrees centigrade of Celsius.
And I like
44 degrees Fahrenheit.
Very much. And
kind of chilly now.
I will log you in QRZ logbook later. Anyway, I'm very glad to hear your voice.
Oh, you guys have snow? Okay. Wow.
VK2GAP.
So 0 degrees
JA1XTN.
centigrade there in the UK.
XTN, Terry, in Yokohama City. It is nice to hear your voice, Terry, and I'm glad that you are keeping okay. The only thing is that you don't like the cold weather, and I don't blame you, because I don't like the cold weather either.
No, outdoor DXing for a while, yeah. Let's leave it out. Right here.
VK2 GAP, this is JA1XGN. Yes, I don't like cold winter because of my age. Yeah, anyways, thank you very much. Nice contact today.
Mary DX, also a storm on its way for the weekend. Lots of rain expected. Today. Yeah, we're supposed to get some rain here on the weekend, I believe. But we need it over here. Today we have rain. We have 1 to 3 inches of rain today so far. I don't mind it because you know what? We need it. We haven't had much rain in the last couple of months. Few months.
Alfred, go ahead.
We was on a drought watch. I mean, we still are on a drought watch. So, I don't mind it.
Okay, Terry, 7 degrees to you and your family, okay? It's nice to meet you again or hear you again, and great to be able to make contact with you today, and 7 degrees, my friend. Cheers, JA1XTN, this is VK2GAP signing, 7 degrees. Okay, Alfred, I wish you and your family and your friends the best. Thank you very much. And 73 from Yokohama, Japan. Sayonara. Cheers. VK2GAP. VK2GAP. WDC. Calling. What's going on?
All right, somebody else is gonna talk to him. I was gonna key in, but anyway, let him talk to her. I could talk to him later. I'll talk to him later on. Because people are gonna talk to him. But he was not on recently. He's been I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think something happened with his family member or something. I know he said. But he wasn't out for like a few days, and everybody was asking, "Where's Alfred? What's going on with Alfred?" And then somebody mentioned that he has some family issue or something. But he's on all the time. He's on every he was on every, well, now he's on every day again. He's daily. So yeah, lots of rain expected. Well, I know we're supposed to have some rain over the weekend, I believe. Meredith says, yes, I was concerned for Alfred. I was concerned too for Alfred. Glad he's okay, yeah. No, people were asking about it because, you know, like I said earlier, that idiot was commenting on the idiot that comes on here and tells people that the audio is horrible and all that. So when he started talking about, oh, you know, you sound like somebody grabbing, I said, I chimed in. I said, listen, you know, did you know that this guy had a stroke? And you know, now I'm not talking about recent. I'm talking about that's why he sounds like that. And you know, it's quick. People are quick to like chime in and you know, he's so horrible. You know, he's like the other day I was talking to somebody from on Yesu, on the Yesu. I was talking to somebody on the C4 FM. You know, the Yesu. There was somebody from England. But he had a real heavy accent. His accent was heavy. A real heavy accent. And he was a lot older. He was an older gentleman too. But I was like, man, I was trying to decide. But you know, we did a little rag chewing. And then I went to his QSA and I saw that he was an older guy. He was in the Royal Air Force back in World War II. He's like in his, I think he was 90. He had a real heavy accent. And we talked for about 10 minutes. We were rag chewing. And we were talking about planes and all that. He flew the Hurricane, the Hawker Hurricane, in the Battle of Britain. There's a Spitfire, right? But the plane that he flew on was the Hurricane. Not the Spitfire. That's the famous one. That's the Battle of Britain one. The Spitfire is not a Spitfire, the Hurricane. That's what he flew on. He was talking about it. I was like, wow, he had a heavy accent. I mean, a real heavy accent. This guy had a real heavy accent. And we spoke. We were just talking. You know, he was very, gentleman, very nice man. I hope I could talk to him again. So I went on the C4, I think it was a CQ UK reflector. I forgot which. And we spoke, man, and he wanted to stay on. I was trying to like, okay, let's wrap it up. Yeah, I said, okay, I don't want to be disrespectful, because it's kind of dead in there. So when he spoke to me, we spoke. I not a good 10 to 12 minutes, maybe. It felt longer, but he had a real heavy accent, real heavy for. When I speak to John, your accent, you have an accent, but now this guy had a real heavy accent. Plus, he was, older, a lot older, and I could tell he was, and I had to like really listen, So Alfred, he has a voice that, and people need to understand that, it's not everybody, and not everybody's gonna sound, I'm sure my voice is not, I hear myself. I don't sound. I sound kind of yeah. It's just my thing is be courteous. Have some courtesy when you talk to, don't like that guy. He just goes on and he starts telling people, audio is horrible. Blah, blah, guy is just he's a troll. He's a troll. He's just a troll. Yeah. Married to X, I struggle too with accents here in the UK. Sometimes I only understand half of this. That was me with the guy with the pilot. I mean, first of all, he was a lot older. And he talked but he's talking very slow. But he just had a real heavy accent. But it was nice to talk to him. It was I enjoyed the conversation. It was a nice conversation. That I wouldn't that I can't do on Talk Group 91. I had to do that on the Yesu. That's one thing. So when I tell people, DMR, yeah, you could do rag chewing on DMR, of course, but on the Yesu, there's a lot more rag chewing on the Yesu because a lot of those talk groups or reflectors, even though they list them as 100 people are in here, me and him were talking. Nobody was keying up in between. There was no interruption. We were just talking. We could have spoke there for 30 minutes, at least. Literally, like 30 minutes, we could have spoke there in that room. In that room, it was listed. When I went in that room, Wires X, and it was listed. I think it was about 28 people in there. It was like 28 or 20 something. I thought nobody chimed in. We were just talking and talking. Then when we was done, I waited a few minutes, see if anybody want to come on. Nobody came on. And then I went to another talk group after that. I went to I think the one after that I went to another talk group. I think it was a Japanese talk group, and we were talking, but he had a heavy accent, the Japanese guy, and we were just talking for a few minutes, and then that was it. And then I went to another. I was just dialing up. You could I call it dialing up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's that active UK, the 5432. And that's the one that I spoken on that. And then 00007. That's another one. World Link, Europe Link. There's one called the World Link, Europe Link. There's a few of them. I was going through up and down. I said, I'm going to dedicate a couple of hours just talking. That's what I did the other night. I said, I'm going to dedicate a couple of hours just talking on C4 FM. So I think I spoke to maybe like 7 or 8 people. A couple of hours. I was just listening in, dialing in. I may even do that tonight, maybe later on. I may just dial in, and it's fun, you know. You know, the thing about Talk Group 91, it gets kind of repetitive. Although I like everybody in there. I like, when I say everybody, you know, except for the 2 idiots that annoy me. And they don't annoy me. It's just, you know, they're just annoying in general. But when I key up, they usually be gone. You know, it is what it is. But I enjoyed those. It's a great hobby. I really have to say, my only regret, I wish I could have done this sooner. That's my regret. Mary Dexter, have you tried Echo Link? Have you tried that? Echo Link? Yeah. Echo Link is pretty interesting too. You can talk to people there. I spoke to a few people on Echo Link. I did it through my phone. I have the Echo Link app. So you got to register first. You have to go to echolink.org. You register your call sign there. I think they're approving with 48. I think mine, I had to wait. Was it? Yeah, but Echo Link also has chat. It's not only voice, you can chat. They have a chat. So they also have chat. Another thing I'm looking into is packet radio. Have you ever heard of that, Mary DXer? I saw a couple of videos on it. It looks pretty cool. That looks cool. Packet radio, for those of you that don't know, is like the internet. It's like the internet back in the day. So you know, there's some frequencies you gotta, I know on 10 meter, I forgot the frequency on it. And there's a software that goes with it. It's like you dial up. It's dial up. Your radio is it's like a modem. You dial up and you could like connect to like I don't know if you could do it directly. I believe there's something that you need what they call is it called a TNC? It's a box called a TNC. I found that interesting. Packet radio. So they have BBSs for packet radio. Although it's like the modem, like the Commodore modem, a 1200 baud modem or whatever. It is actually that speed, 1200 baud. And you connect there, and I can send you email. I can send you messages there, and then when you dial up, you can you can read my message. I could also send you files, like a picture, or it's not big files though. You're not gonna download like big files. It's like dial up. It's pretty cool. I want to try it. So if I do a setup like that, I'm gonna see if I can send you. I'm gonna see if I can send you a message or something. And then when you dial up, I said, because I call it dial up. It sounds like dial up. And then you can retrieve it, message or whatever. It's pretty cool. And there was one that he's like, it's a terminal. It's a terminal software actually. And you see like when you log into a BBS, the same thing, but you're doing it with your radio. It's so cool. I'm like, wow, I got to try that. And that's been around forever. And that's good to know, in case of by the way, that's good to know in case there is no internet. Literally, that would be your internet, is using that packet radio. So the guy got like weather alerts and all that, text, it's that text-based stuff, but it reminded me of back in the days, It was pretty cool. So I want to look into that. I want to set up I see somebody set up like their own BBS, and they had it on, and then when you connect to it, it connects to his. And it was a video. The guy lived in West Virginia, so he did it for local. But he's like a prepper channel. He's a prepper channel, one of those prepper channels. So he just did it for. But it looked pretty cool. That you can connect to it, and he's like you set up your own BBS, and people just dial up to it. And by the way, that's when you make that contact, you can log that in as packet, as a packet radio contact. On your QR says packet, PKT. That is the guy that there's another guy that he did that he actually did a nice demonstration, and it was LON.TV, LON.TV, because he just got his general like a year ago. He got his general. So when he was a tech, he was demonstrating all these things in there. His channel is not only radio related. He does like retro gaming stuff. He does like a lot of computer. He reviews computer. He's like a tech channel. He's a tech channel, but he just got his license around the same time I got mine. I think he got a year before I did, or right around that time. I think around the same time maybe. And then he just got his general about a year ago. Actually, it was a few months ago. Yeah, a few months ago he got his general. So he was demonstrating that. He was demonstrating that. He was also demonstrating something called Vara AC or Vara, Varicole, whatever, Vara. How to do that. That's something also that he was demonstrating. But I like the packet radio stuff. I like that. That was pretty cool. So yeah. I'm gonna log off now. It's 2 hours now. I'm gonna probably be back tomorrow night. Because I know I started a little late today because but I'm gonna relax for the rest of the evening. I have a couple of things I want to do upstairs. So yeah, so everybody, thank everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll see you. I'll probably be back tomorrow. So everybody have a good night and take care. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.